Hello, hello, sir. My name is Bommal Lalit Kumar Reddy. My Indian BEC 0853 registration number. The course code is EC3003, and the course name is Microcontroller and its application. Now, coming to the program title it is Task 5. This is my Task 5 file. So, coming to the Task 5A, aim to write an 8051 ALP to transfer data from port P0 to port P1 continuously, and also we would use timer 0 on port P2, and we toggle it for every 100 microseconds and dot every the wave. Tools required is scale software. IC is used P89V51 RD2. Algorithm as shown. Start the program, load the address of the interrupt vector table, now toggle the pin, load the T mode registration value in the main program, load the port value, load the TH0 value, enable the timer interrupt. Coming to the flowchart, so this is the flowchart from starting to the end of the program. So coming to this table shown, so this is for every memory byte label. Okay, and coming to the program, so the program is right continuously while an interrupt will do the following. Timer 0 will toggle the P2 1 bit every 100 microseconds. So this is the program for this uh, task 5A. So these are the results before execution. So as same in the given code, and this is the execution after execution. So you can see that the output all has been toggled, and this is the output. So the inference is the find the period of the mission cycle for 11.059 microhertz crystal frequency. So the amount of the memory required to store the program in this is 18 memory bytes. So addressing modes used is in the intermediate 5, register 1, direct 1. Type of instructions used is data transfer 6, logical 1, boolean 1, program branching 2. So the flags are not affected in this program results. Hence 8051 ALP program for to transfer data from port 0 to port 1 continuously, and also use timer 0 on the port P2 1 and toggle it for every 100 microseconds. It's done by Kale software and Wave is observed. So coming to the task 5B, aim to write an 8051 LP program to transfer data in a single port from P2 P1 to P1 to 7 using a serial interrupt service routine, which will receive data from PC and to be displayed on the port P2. And the tools required is Scale software IC P89V5, the algorithm as given. And coming to the flowchart from the start ORG 000H and from to the end. And coming to the tabulation, this is the tabulation for this memory bytes and label, mnemonic, operands, addressing. And coming to the program, this is the program given. Example like B. Lalit Kumar Reddy, it's my name. So this is the program given. The code is this one. So the output is like this before execution, so that after the execution you can see that waveform and this output as given, and this is the output after the execution. So coming to the inference, amount of memory required to store the program in memory is 27 bytes. Total amount of time required to do assembly level programming is 19 into 1.086 mus. That is equal to 20.634 microseconds. Addressing modes used is immediate 4, restart 2, direct 4. Coming types of instructions used is data transfer 8, logical 2, boolean 2, program branching 3. So no flags are affected in this program. Coming to the results, hence the 8051 ALP program to transfer data in a single plot from P12 to P17 using a serial interrupt service routine, which will receive data from APCs and to be displayed on the port. P2 is done through Kale software, and results are verified initially manually. And coming to the task 5C, to write the program of 8051 using interrupts in a way that receives data serially and send to PO having P1 port read and transmitted serially, and a copy given to P2. Make a timer 0 mode 1 to 0, generate a square wave of 5 kHz frequency on P32, and all this could be performed in single code. Tools required in this is Scale software ICP89V51 RD2. Algorithm is as shown from starting to the end of the program. Coming to the flowchart as shown, start, and this is as follows to the stop. program as given. This is the code used for this program. So I used 4800 baud rate, and the start timer is 1 for set B, TR1, TR0 start timer is 0, and the end serial poster. This is the tabulation form for this one. So, and also these are the outputs. This is before execution. This is the code before execution, and this is the waveform after execution. So you can see the waveform. You can see this one, and this is the code, and the output has been given as is shown in the input, and after this you can see this output after at last execution. And coming to the inference, amount of memory required to store program in memory is 1 by 9.21 kilohertz equal to 1.018. So the memory is used is 40 bytes, and the total amount of time required to assembly level programming is 27.15 years. Editing modes used is immediate 2, direct 2, register 2, relative 1. Types of instruction used is data transfer 10, branching 2, boolean 7, and no flags are affected in this program. Result is hence ALP program of 8051 using interrupts in a way that receives data serially and send it to PO, have P1 plot read and transmitted serially, and a copy of given to P2. Make timer 0 mode 1 to generate a square wave of 5 kHz frequency on P32. All this could be performed in single code is done by KL software, and results are verified manually. So this is the completion of this task. And coming to the Viva questions of task 5, part 1, this is the flowchart, and this is the tabulation. And part 3 answer the this is the block diagram of Intel 8085 microprocessor. Those this is the block diagram of the microprocessor, and this is the block diagram of Intel 8086 microprocessor, and this is the block diagram of 8051 microprocessor. This microcontroller is mostly used 8051. Pin diagram of 8085 microprocessor is this one. So this is the pin diagram. On the pin diagram of Intel 8086 microprocessor is this one. Oh, this is the pin diagram, and this is the 8051 microcontroller pin diagram. So block diagram of ARM microcontroller is this. This is the block diagram for ARM, and this is the pin diagram of ARM microcontroller. So this is the pin diagram, and pin diagram of microcontroller used in your project is my project is I used is 80C51. So I use 8051 microcontroller. Uh, and block diagram of microcontroller used in this my project is this one, 8051, 80C51 is also called as, and this is the block diagram used in my project is 8051 microcontroller. So thank you guys. Thanks for listening.